Yeah.
Has anyone played the original Planetside? Excellent. Cool. So you guys are in for a really good treat. My name is John Weathers. I'm one of the game designers on Planetside 2. We've taken a lot of the groundbreaking features from the original Planetside, like enormous continents. I think they're about 8K by 8K. And we've taken massive scale PvP combat, persistent world, 3 distinct empires, and we've also added a bunch of features that modern gamers have come to expect from the MMO and FPS genres. With advanced technology, about 8 or so years of feedback, and a brand new, from the ground up, SOE proprietary game engine that we're calling Forge Light. We made a logo for it and everything. Planetside 2 offers a really competitive and visceral FPS experience with massive scale combat. So to kick things off, I'm going to start with a quick little gameplay trailer that we put together just for E3.
Rebellion has devastated my home, but unity, loyalty, these give me the strength to fight. I will fulfill my duty. Victory is the only option. I am the Terran Republic.
The barbarians that stand in our way are lost, ignorant, doomed. They fear the truth and shackle themselves to the corpse of a dead age. I am the Vanu sovereignty.
No one has the right to control me. I won't bow down to tyrants and despots. Anyone that tries to pry away my liberty will pay the price. I am the new conglomerate.
Planetside 2 is a free-to-play, massively multiplayer online first-person shooter. It takes place on a planet called Araxis that has 3 warring empires vying for control of territory and resources. We're going to take a closer look at these empires, starting with the Terran Republic. This is the first government that was established on Araxis. They're more of a militaristic, professional-type empire. They have a lot of clean and polished vehicles and equipment. They're also known for their fast-firing weaponry. Next up is a new conglomerate, my faction. They're the first empire to rebel from the Terran Republic. So they're more of a ragtag band of brothers that's actually taken a lot of old mining equipment and repurposed it for outfitting their army. The Vanu Sovereignty is the last empire. They're a really technocratic empire that have actually taken a lot of discovered technology found on Araxis from an ancient alien civilization and have incorporated it into their equipment. So they come out with a lot of energy-based vehicles and weapons and have this real foreign look to them. So Planetside 2 has 6 distinct classes that you can switch between at any time. You're not bound to just one class. The first class we're going to look at is the Infiltrator. He's our sniper / recon specialist / advanced hacker. He also has the ability to cloak, so he can get behind enemy lines, disrupt a lot of teams that way. Next up is my personal favorite, the Light Assault. He's our most agile class in the game, mainly because of his limited use jump jet. So he's really good about jumping over walls, barricades, getting in and out of situations really quickly. Next up is our Heavy Assault. He's more heavily armored, and he's heavily armed. He's the only class that can equip heavy weapons. Heavy weapon is like a rocket launcher or a chain gun or a large machine gun. The engineer is one of our support classes. They can repair vehicles, maxes. They also can deploy a number of things like defensive turrets, shield barriers that other players can take cover behind, take traps, take mines, stuff like that. Combat medic is another support class we have that's really critical to any successful squad. They always get in there and are in your face healing you, keeping you alive. They also have AE kills that can throw out. And they have the ability to revive fallen teammates. The Max is one of our iconic classes that we brought back from Planetside 1. These guys can take a beating, and they can give one out too. They have 2 arm-mounted weapons that you can customize however you want. For example, this Max right here has 2 anti-tank cannons on them. And here's an example of a lot of our cosmetic customizations you'll see in the game. You can change different weapons, helmets. You can become a giraffe, I think that guy was. We have a lot of vehicle combat. So we have all types of vehicles in the game, range from ground transports, like this single-person Flash is what it's called in the game. It's an ATV with a machine gun on it. And we have a larger troop transport there called the Sunder. It holds up to 10. Here are some of our main battle tanks. Each one of these are specific to their empire, and they handle and function and control completely differently from one another. For example, this is the Vanu Mag Rider up here. He's the only tank that hovers, and he can strafe around, but he has a fixed forward plasma cannon. Here's some of our aircraft in game. These are all single-man jets, essentially. They're really good air-to-air, and they're also effective air-to-ground. Each one of these are, again, specific to their empire, and they have a lot of unique handling functionality and a lot of different characteristics across each other. We have a couple larger aircraft in the game here. This is our gunship. It's called the Liberator. It has a bombardier in it, gunner, driver, and that's our largest vehicle in the game, the Galaxy. It holds up to 12, and it actually acts as a mobile spawn point when you land. Just like our classes, our vehicles also have a lot of customization options. You can change different attachments, weapons, tents. You can put a nice camo in there. You can put a silly camo on there. Air spoiler if you really have a tough time keeping that beast on the ground. So going along with our cosmetic customizations, we also have a lot of gameplay customization too. So as you're playing the game, you're earning experience. You're earning certification points also. So you take these certification points and you spend it on our certification system. This is the way you customize your gameplay. So if you really like playing the Infiltrator, or if you like the Carbine Stiletto there, you can start upgrading certain aspects of it. You can start unlocking mods, attachments, different scopes, start increasing its accuracy, damage, stuff like that. Same thing for vehicles and classes. Here's an example of vehicle: increase your top speed, acceleration, braking power, all sorts of stuff. There's thousands of certs in the game. It literally takes years to unlock everything. So since Planetside 2 is so massive, it's thousands of players all playing at the same time on one server, we really need effective ways to control this chaos. So we have a lot of different grouping structures, the smallest being a squad. So here's an example of one squad that decided to color coordinate, our famous QA Zebra squad. I think they're just trolling us. And we have larger groupings called outfits, which are essentially guilds from other MMOs. So we give you a lot of management options here, a lot of customization options. Here's outfit of NC banding together, really putting the hurt on someone that we can't see. So with Planetside 2, we're really trying to deliver an entire ecosystem. So we want you to feel connected even when you're not in the game. So one way we're doing this is by delivering a really robust player website. So if you're familiar with Battlelog, it's kind of similar to that. It tracks a lot of stats, all-time stats, a lot of even session stats, or how did I do this last week, kind of thing. Am I trending up? Am I getting worse? It shows you all how effective you were with your vehicles, weapons. You can look up information about the opposing empires, equipment, classes, vehicles. And one cool feature with this that's kind of unique to us, because it is a persistent game, we have this cool planet status page that gives you real-time look at the status of the world, like who controls what territory, what facilities under contention, do I need to log in right now? And we're also offering this mobile uplink app that has a lot of similar data to the website. A lot of information here about your profile. Here's that map I was talking about with a real-time feed of the status of the planet. One cool thing with this app is that it has voice chat on it, so you can actually chat with people in game through your phone and see how your friends are doing, how your outfit's doing. They need your help? Do you need to leave work early, etc. So if you haven't already, please, after this demo, go outside and play on the kiosk. This is the mission we have set up. So the mission we have set up there is to capture this facility. This is the Zurvan amp station. And to give you a sense of scope, this facility represents about 2% of our total play space on one continent. And it's already massive. So you'll spawn out one of 3 spawn points. This is the TR spawn point we're looking at. There's a series of terminals that you can interact with by pressing E. That was the equipment terminal that just showed up. That's where you pick your classes. Here's the aircraft terminal. You just select which aircraft you want to spawn as. You can customize your loadout on the right side here. So there's a number of things that we already unlocked for you, different weapons, different cosmetic customizations. As soon as you're satisfied with what you have selected, just click spawn now and follow this road around to Zurvan. Be careful not to run over or shoot at teammates because friendly fire is on. And once you get to Zurvan, you'll see 3 HUD indicators, A, B, and C. So to capture this base, you want to capture those control points. So to capture a control point, all you have to do is walk up to it. You'll be prompted to press and hold E. So as soon as you do that, a little progress bar will come up. When this progress bar completes, that capture point will belong to your empire. The more of these capture points you own, the faster you'll capture the base. So that does it for this demo. Please go outside, play the game, give us your feedback. This is the first time we've ever let anyone outside the company really play with the game. So we're dying to hear what you guys think. And thanks for coming. Enjoy the rest of E3. I'll go to the back and hand out data keys.